There's a simple but truly game-changing chord hack for playing crooner jazz standards and cocktail music for the average player, and I'm going to show it to you in this video. I'm Piano Man Steve, and I help busy people living busy lives who have a passion for making music get the most out of their piano playing with the limited time that they have to work with it. So let's dive in, shall we? So, what is this chord hack, you may ask? I call it the rule of sevens. So what that means, first of all, let me just say, if you're already a sophisticated enough player that you have no trouble reading and playing really complex chords like 13s, 9s, 11s, flatted 9s, all of that kind of stuff, then this advice is a little bit below your skill level. But for the majority of average players who are just trying to level up with this particular genre, this is going to be really, really impactful and not terribly difficult to implement into your playing. So here's the crux of it. You want to look at every chord and see if it sounds better as either a dominant 7, a minor 7, or a major 7. So let me bring up a different screen. This is my chord screen here. Let me move my script out of the way. Okay. So I'm going to use the song Misty by Johnny Mathis as sort of a demonstrative tool in this video. And it's in the key of E flat. So if you were to play an E flat and you see above the lead sheet, E flat major or just straight E flat like that, don't pay attention to the notes on the staff so much as the symbol off to the side. Okay? So we want to listen, we want to apply either a dominant 7 or a major 7 to every chord and just see if we like the sound of it better. Okay? So if it's going, look at me, that's just with E flat. So let's try it with a dominant 7. That would mean we're going to put that D flat in there, right? Look at me. That sounds awful, right? Okay, clearly that's not the right one. Let's try putting a major 7 in there. That's a D natural. So if you're not familiar with what a dominant 7 and a major 7 are, if you're on that scale, here's E flat. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A dominant 7 will be flatted, so that'd be a D flat. A major 7 will be natural. It'll be, or it won't be flatted, rather. It won't be lowered a half step. It will be a D natural. Okay? Look at me. See how much jazzier it sounds when you apply that major 7 to that E flat as opposed to just straight? Here's without it. Look at me. Now with it. Look at me. Okay? So then we move to the next chord, which is a B flat minor. I'm as helpless as, right? Sounds fine on a B minor. Helpless as a kitten. But let's try, what does it sound like when we make it a minor 7? So same thing applies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If you're on a minor scale anyway, put you on an A flat. But if you just, let's stick with the major scale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1. And so for a minor 7, we're always going to have that lowered. It'll always be the dominant 7 added to a minor triad. So we'll put an A flat there. So we play, look at me. I'm as helpless. With that A flat, can you hear how much more rich and thick and juicy that chord is than just the straight B flat minor? Right? So we haven't done anything different. We haven't even tried to put in a bunch of jazzy licks and fills or anything. We just have a nice little swing-based heartbeat. Well, I call it the heartbeat rhythm pattern in the bottom. So we're just going dum, da-dum, 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 da-dum. That's all we're doing in the left hand, and we're just kind of comping on quarter notes. But the addition of the major 7 on that major chord and the minor 7 on that minor chord. Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten up when it goes to that E flat, kitten up a tree. We can try the same thing and just play around. You can try any of those 3 7s on any chord and see which one you like the sound of best. So that time it's probably a dominant 7. Look at me, major 7. I'm as helpless as a kitten. Now I've got my D flat in there for that E flat 7. Kitten up a tree goes to an A flat chord. And let's see what it sounds like. Does it sound good with a dominant 7? Tree. Yeah, it's okay, but that doesn't sound quite right. What happens when we make it a major 7? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tree. Beautiful. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. With those 7s, it takes on a whole different sonic blend, just vibe in general. It's like you put totally different seasoning on your steak and potatoes, right? So without it, it sounds like this. This is just with the straight triad chords. Look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. It works fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But holy cow, is there a difference when you go, look at me. I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. And it goes to an A flat minor chord. By the way, I have the words and some chords, just some simple chords above them in the video description so that you can follow along the lyrics and the chords that I'm playing. And you can apply these 7s and test which one you like over each chord yourself. But it is unbelievable the difference it makes. You go to that A flat minor chord, feel like I'm clinging. Well, once again, we could make that an A flat minor 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flat it. So we're going to add a G flat. Clinging to a cloud. And then it goes to a D flat. We'll make it a D flat dominant 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Flat it. So the idea here is not for me to tell you exactly which 7 you should put or whether you should put a 7 on any of the chords. The idea is this rule of 7s, the rule of 7s is you can listen, you can try the different 7s out on each chord and see which one you like best, and then you can write it in. Now, this is an interesting rule because it works 2 different ways. It works conversely. So let's say that your lead sheet might be very simple, like the one I made for you, that just has like straight triads, E flat, B flat, A flat, B flat minor, A flat minor, that kind of thing. But it could also be that you have a lead sheet where they do put a bunch of complex chords in. So it might say E flat major 7, but it also might say E flat major 9, or it could say B flat 13. And the difference is, obviously, That's a pretty thick chord. It's so thick that my program isn't even recognizing it as a B flat 13, right? So if you're not ready to be voicing really, really, really sophisticated chords like that, you can decide that anything that's got a number higher than 7, you're just going to drop it back to a 7. And you can decide, do I like it better as a major 7 or as a minor 7 or as a dominant 7, right? So you can simplify chords with the rule of 7, but you can also enhance chords with the rule of 7. This works on stuff besides just crooner music, but it's especially effective in crooner music because so many of the chords that they used had a little, I call it a little salt and sugar, salt and vinegar in there. You don't deal with a lot of just straight major, minor chords in that kind of music. So this song, essentially, the point is when you play around with the rule of 7 down in the simple lead sheet that I made for you in the description, it goes from sounding like this. And instead, it ends up sounding like this. Sorry about that. I was applying nothing but 7s on each chord. Sometimes a major 7, sometimes a minor 7. But the point is, it was just enhancing each chord with that one element, right? And what's beautiful about it is that it sets you up great when it's time to play licks and fills, okay? So if somebody were to ask me, well, what's more important, to get the more sophisticated chords down? Like, am I going to sound jazzier if I get the 13s and the 9s and the sharp 11s and all that stuff down? Not necessarily. I think what's going to make you sound jazzier faster is to be able to apply the rule of 7 to a simple lead sheet, because then from there you can do nice chord-based improv that you're already set up for. Your hand's already on it, and so you can simply like arpeggiate and toggle the chord. I'll give you an example. Look at me, I'm as helpless as a kitten up a tree. Da 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 da. Every single lick that I just played during that I was already on the chord, and I simply arpeggiated it, meaning I played the individual notes of that chord in some varying fashion. So sometimes I just started at the bottom and worked my way up. Sometimes I would start at the top and work my way down. And sometimes I would do some combination of the two. So like low, high, middle. So it sets you up to do really nice sounding licks and fills that are really easy to do because your hand's already there. And so it's worth it to spend some time on each of the 12 keys, whether it's a C chord or a C minor chord. So on all 12 keys, try to get familiar with, okay, here's C major, here's C major 7, here's C dominant 7. Remember, dominant 7 is a major chord with the minor 7. A major 7 chord is a major triad with the major 7 in there. I'll show you on the chord screen. Major triad, there's your C major. With the major 7, that's a C major 7. With the minor 7, it's just shows as C7 or C dominant 7. And then when you play a minor chord, to make it a minor 7, it's always just the minor 7th in there, okay? And I would work through on all 12 keys, the major 7, the dominant 7, and the minor 7. So go to A flat. Here's my A flat major chord. My major 7. Here's my dominant 7. I'm going to lower that 7, but keep my major triad. Okay, and now I'm going to make the triad minor, and I'm going to keep my minor 7. See? And when you get familiar with those, and it doesn't take that long, there's only 12 notes. So when you get familiar with those in all 12 notes, then you can analyze a song, a lead sheet, and it doesn't have to take hours and hours and hours. You can do it in just a few minutes and just try, what do I like best? Major 7, dominant 7, minor 7. Or do I just like it best as a C major or a C minor by itself without any hot sauce on it? And that will make your song sound eminently more jazzy and at the same time set you up to play tasty fills and licks that are really, really easy because your hand is already on the chord. It's already on those notes, and then you can just use simple arpeggios and toggles and things with your hand on the chord that you're already formed on to fill space and just kind of create atmosphere around the song. So anyway, that's the rule of 7. It has served me very, very well over the years. Yes, I'm at a place where I can also play the 9s and the 11s and the 13s and stuff, but I don't always go to the effort of doing all that because, frankly, you're getting an awful lot of mileage out of just the 7s. So, anyway, hope you've enjoyed that, and I hope it's something you can take with you and start applying to your piano playing immediately. I appreciate you tuning in. If you enjoyed this video, I would sure appreciate it if you'd give it a like and subscribe to the channel and leave a comment. Let me know if you have any questions and topics that you might want me to cover in the future and all that good stuff. It'll help me reach more people out there who need this information. And it'll also help me engage with you, which is something I thoroughly enjoy. And please check out my link there in the video description and go get my free song learning webinar, my song learning blueprint webinar over at pianomanapproach.com. Learn more about my system and my courses and all that good stuff, but get some free value along the way. No strings attached. So anyway, thank you very much. And remember, if you're not having fun when you're making music, you're doing it wrong. I'm Piano Man Steve. Thanks, and I'll see you on the next one.